Tonight in every region of our nation, COVID cases are climbing as new infections hit ominous benchmarks. Overwhelmed, some hospitals are out of ICU beds. North and South Dakota have more new cases per capita than any other state. Kentucky declaring a record number of infections.
I've said wake-up call before. Maybe this is a jolt or a shock to the system.
With hospitals in Houston and Miami preparing for a third surge, the state of Colorado says it's experiencing a third wave of the pandemic. Soaring today to 8 million confirmed cases in the U.S., hotspots have flared across the country, showing no signs of slowing. NBC News tracking what appears to be a third rise in infections. Dr. Naya Kasbah has seen how quickly the virus can kill. She lost her father, who just retired.
Always breaks my heart that 67-year life of my dad came to an end with his last conscious thoughts of being put on a ventilator.
As states like Oklahoma and Kansas record a record number of hospitalizations or deaths.
It's frightening, scary.
Wisconsin has opened a field hospital at the state fair, and in Illinois, 50 people evacuated from a nursing home. Despite all the new infections, experts say not enough Americans are being tested, and the true number of those sick and actively spreading the virus is higher than is being reported. With our national death toll climbing, Sally and Ben Fontanella knew the risks as they cared for the sick. This December, they were set to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. But after she became infected, Sally died at the same hospital where she worked for 23 years.
I want them to understand that people die. People die in the hospital. Who's taking care of them?
Tomorrow, Ben will hold Sally's funeral. On the same day, more than 50,000 Americans will likely be diagnosed with the virus. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.